What's going on, guys? VirtualStealth here, and today I wanted to give you guys my first impressions on Medal of Honor Warfighter. Well, the first thing I'd like to point out, there's only 8 maps and there's only 5 different game modes. In my opinion, it could have been better if there's more game modes, but at the same time the player base isn't huge, so maybe 5 game modes is enough. I actually don't know how many game modes there are in Battlefield 3. If I remember correctly, there's Rush, Conquest, Team Deathmatch, Squad Deathmatch. That's 4 different games, and they also have Large Conquest, and I think that's it. So it's not really that different from Battlefield 3 when it comes to options, but I do believe that Battlefield 3 had way more maps when it first came out. And I know what you guys are thinking, why are you comparing it to Battlefield 3? Why aren't you comparing it to Call of Duty or something like that? And that's because it's published by EA, and they both use the same engine, so they both have a similar target audience, in my opinion. A lot of people say that this is just EA's version of Call of Duty, but I have to disagree with that. Like, this game has a bunch of customization options, and that's one of those things that I like to point out. It feels like they focus more on customization, a little bit too much, than on the actual design of the maps and the game modes. Also, customization could be a little bit more user friendly in a way. It's not really that it's not user friendly, it's just that it's never explained to you, so it's kind of difficult for you to understand what you're doing when you first get the game. If you guys want, I will make a video setup for a video to show my weapon setup, my soldier setup that I have so far. So as I was talking about customization, I think they focus a little bit too much on that, because there's parts of the games that I think lack a little bit, like the graphics. I'm not talking about, like, the graphics are actually pretty good, it's just the actual terrain textures and all that stuff. Like, I feel like they could have gone a little bit more similar to Battlefield again, like I was saying. And another thing I like to mention is enjoying the game. I feel like I would enjoy this game a little bit more if I had a friend playing with me, someone that I knew actually had the skills and the capability of actually playing the objective or doing good, because I get pretty frustrated when my buddy, or whatever they call it, the buddy system, is like when I'm carrying them, because you get more experience points and you get more recognition if your squad gets more points, and I feel like half of the time I'm basically carrying my buddy and my buddy isn't getting enough points, so it's just kind of dumb, and it really pisses me off. I've only had about 2 partners that actually were good and were decent at the game. That's why I've only had like 2 MVPs or something like that. I mean, I guess it will all even out once the game gets older, because more people will get used to it, more people will improve, and also at the same time the bad players, the weak players, are going to be weeded out from the game. They're going to quit the game, they're going to probably go play Black Ops 2. I'm not saying it's a lower skilled game. Alright, I said about the customization that they focus on it too much, but I do have to praise them for doing a great job. You can take the same gun and change it completely to however you want it. It kind of reminds me of Blacklight Retribution. Those 2 games are one of those games where it's up to you of how you want your gun to be and act like. The only thing that I have to say again is that I haven't unlocked a lot of stuff, and I don't know how you unlock stuff. And also, another thing that I forgot to mention in the graphics section is that I actually love the GUI. It's very well done. Whenever you go out of bounds, it looks really cool. Everything looks sweet, crisp, and clean. One thing that I would like to mention is that I think a channel like Drifter or Team Martin style would potentially blow up on Medal of Honor if they did all these tips and tricks. Not really tips and tricks, but just stats in general, because the game doesn't tell you how much your gun does in damage. It just tells you your range, your stealth, your agility, all that type of stuff. and I think damage is one stat that a lot of people look at, and since it's not in the game, people like Drifter and T Martin would blow up if they did do in-depth or stat reviews videos on Medal of Honor. So if you're interested in that, if you could do that, go ahead. I think you're gonna be able to attract a big audience, and you're gonna be able to grow rapidly, especially if you start now. If you go ahead on the forums and ask if you could use their charts and all that stuff. So I'm looking forward to see what type of community emerges from this game. I really do think that a solid community will emerge from this game, because I think that this game is a little bit more YouTube friendly than Battlefield. So I'm really interested in what type of people pick up on this game and what type of people shape their channel around this game. Anyways, it's VirtualStealth, and remember, these are just my first impressions. The game is still buggy and still going to get patched a lot.